The night before my husband's trip, I sat on our couch, pretending to scroll through emails, pretending I didn't already know what he was about to do. He had spent 2 weeks packing for a guy's trip to an exclusive island resort called Paradise Cove, a place he said was a little too traditional for me. His words, not mine. What he really meant was that I would stand out too much. My skin, my hair, my very presence, too different for his world. He didn't know that the same resort he was heading to, the one he thought I didn't belong in, was mine. When I met Michael 8 years ago, I believed in him. He was charming, educated, ambitious. We met at a charity gala. I was still building my business. He was already an executive. He said he loved my drive, my independence. His family, however, was a different story. They smiled through their teeth, complimented me with words that cut. "Oh, you're so articulate. You're not like other," and his mother, always reaching to touch my hair without asking, like I was something exotic she'd discovered. I told myself love would be enough, that he wasn't like them. But as the years passed, Michael changed. The subtle things became sharp. The small jabs became open wounds. He'd tell me to straighten my hair before his corporate dinners, saying, "You know how conservative these people are, babe, just trying to help you fit in." I'd walk into rooms with him and feel the stares, the forced smiles. The wives of his coworkers, all carbon copies of each other, blonde, manicured, belonging to the same country clubs. They'd ask me where I was really from, even after I said Atlanta. Soon, Michael stopped posting me online. Our wedding photos vanished from his social media. I became invisible in my own marriage. Then one afternoon, he came home glowing with excitement. "Babe, great news. The guys and I are going to Paradise Cove," he said. "It's this really exclusive island resort. It's gonna be epic." I smiled. "That sounds amazing. When should I pack?" The smile faded from his face. It's more of a guy's trip, you know? Old friends? It might not be your scene." "My scene?" I asked quietly. He stumbled. "It's just very traditional, old money. I wouldn't want you to feel uncomfortable." There it was again, traditional. The same word people use when they mean white. I said nothing. I just nodded. "Sure, whatever you want." He looked relieved. He kissed my forehead like a child and said, "You're the best, babe. I knew you'd understand." The morning he left, I watched him drive away, his suitcase packed with new resort wear and that cologne he only wore when he wanted to impress someone. And then I smiled. Because what he didn't know was that Paradise Cove belonged to me. While he was too busy belittling my little business hobby, I'd been quietly building an empire acquiring luxury resorts across 3 continents. Paradise Cove had been one of my latest purchases just 6 months ago. The next day, I was reviewing my monthly reports when one booking name froze me in place. Michael Hayes, Party of 8. I called my property manager. "Tell me about this Hayes group." "Oh yes," she said cheerfully. "They checked in a couple hours ago?" "Celebrating some kind of reunion." "Send me the security feed," I said. 10 minutes later, I was watching my husband laughing. In the resort lobby, with a blonde woman on his arm, Karen, his coworker. The one he'd been mentoring. He held her close like she was his wife. They checked in together, smiling, relaxed. I watched them from my office as my heart broke and hardened all at once. Then I stopped crying, because I remembered something important. I owned every inch of that paradise. So I made a call. "Gloria," I said to the resort manager, "book me the presidential suite. I'm flying in tomorrow, and I want to plan something special." The next morning I arrived on the island dressed in power, emerald gown, diamond earrings, and a smile sharper than glass. Gloria met me with a hug and whispered, "Welcome home, ma'am." From my balcony I could see him, laughing with his friends, lounging with his mistress. Every gesture, every laugh fueled my fire. That afternoon, we sent out gold-embossed invitations to a private owner's appreciation dinner. Guess who got one? Michael and his group. They celebrated, thinking they were being honored guests. When the night came, I entered the candlelit restaurant. The room went silent. All eyes turned. Michael's face drained of color. Karen froze beside him. Gloria took the mic. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the owner of Paradise Cove Resort, a visionary entrepreneur who has transformed luxury hospitality. She said my full name. The applause was thunderous. I walked straight to Michael's table. What a surprise, I said smoothly. I didn't expect to see you here. Karen blinked. You're the owner? Oh, you didn't know? I said with a smile. He probably didn't mention it, just like he didn't mention he was married. The word married hit the table like a grenade. I turned to the room. My husband told me I wouldn't fit in here, that this place was too traditional for me, too refined for his black wife. What he didn't know is that I built this place, that every staff member here answers to me. The silence was electric. Every face turned toward Michael, the man who had humiliated me for years. I smiled. So enjoy your vacation. You already paid for the week. Non-refundable, of course. Then I walked out, head high, heels clicking like thunder. The next few days were poetic. His group service got slower. Their table by the pool was suddenly by the kitchen. Drinks took hours to arrive. Karen left after 2 days, crying, screaming, calling him a liar. His friends started fighting too. By the end of the week, Michael sat alone by the pool, staring into nothing. Occasionally, he'd glance up at my balcony and I'd wave. When he tried to talk to me, I simply said, "You wanted a vacation away from your black wife. Now you can have a whole life without her." The divorce was swift. The prenup ironclad. He lost everything. Months later, I stood on another balcony, this time on the cover of Forbes, featured among the most influential women in hospitality. My company had grown. My name was respected. My story had become legend. He tried to take a vacation from his black wife and ended up losing his entire world. So here's what I learned. Never shrink yourself for someone ashamed of you. Never believe you don't belong. And never, ever underestimate a black woman who builds in silence. Because when they try to exclude you from the table, buy the whole damn resort.